A lot of pet owners have trouble feeding picky, finicky eaters. This can be cats, dogs, all types of pets. Typically with dogs, they're more food motivated and you don't see the pickiness as often. Certain breeds tend to be more pickier than others, and I have, for example, a Labrador, and they are known for eating almost anything. So certain breeds definitely are pickier than others. Taste can also change as your pet ages. So while you might have a puppy that will eat almost anything, as they get into their senior years, they may become pickier. And that could be for a number of reasons. Taste preferences changing. It could be because of dental issues. Certain foods are just easier for them to eat. There are a number of reasons why that may happen, but in any case, if you have a picky eater, this recipe is definitely super tempting. It's made with limited ingredients, so there's not a lot of things mixed in there going on, different smells and things like that. It's made with chicken as the protein source, which is a protein that most dogs find to be very appetizing. However, if your pet has an allergic reaction and can't eat chicken, or if they just prefer a different protein source, you can substitute for something that's going to be more appealing for your pet. So if your pet tends to love ground beef or cubed steak or venison or game meat, rabbit, you may have something that they are really fond of. You can always switch out the protein source to make it more appetizing for your pet. This homemade dog food for fussy eaters is really easy to make. The first thing you're going to do in a large skillet with high walls, you want to add 1 pound of boneless chicken cubed. I have cubed this for an appropriate size for my dog. She's a 75-pound chocolate lab, so if you have a small breed, you want to make sure that you're making them a little bit smaller. I'm also going to add 2 cups of dry brown rice, 6 cups of water, and a teaspoon of dried rosemary. And I'm going to set this on medium heat. I'm going to allow it to come to a boil, and once it boils, I'm going to turn the heat down to low, cover it, and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. Now that it's cooked for 20 minutes, you can see that the rice has soaked up most of the water, the chicken's fully cooked. I'm going to add a 16-ounce package of broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. You could use fresh vegetables if you want to. I'm just going to stir these in. I'm leaving it on low heat, and I'm going to let it cook for another 5 minutes. That will thaw the veggies, and if you do use fresh, you may want to cover it and cook it for an additional maybe 10 minutes on low just to soften those fresh veggies. Once the recipe is finished cooking, you can serve it to your pet. You just want to make sure it's fully cooled before doing so. If you're looking for the serving size guidelines or the nutritional information for this recipe, just click the link below. That'll take you to my written recipe guide, and all of that information is there. How much to feed your dog, what nutrients is in each serving. That's great information to bring with you to your veterinarian if you want to have a conversation about homemade dog food. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us through email. Thanks for watching this video recipe guide.